Hey guys, Sensei George here. Today, I'm going to be going over a knife disarming technique that I saw online. It was pretty good and it gave me a lot of food for thought, but I wanted to make some personal tweaks for it. Stick around to see what's up. Ninja. So this is how the original technique went. Yeah. So that technique was pretty good, and it gave me a lot of food for thought about different things that can be done for a knife. And I liked it, and here are some tweaks that I would do for me. So first off, when the person presents the knife, I don't put my hands up facing towards them, because when I have my hands open like this, they have the option of slashing right across or down my forearm, going for that slash, and now I'm out of luck and I'm going to be bleeding out. These are very fatal areas. So when you present your hands for someone that has a knife, turn your palms towards you. This gives them the forearm and gives you a lot more things that protect you. So if she goes for my forearm and slashes, I can still in this fight. It's only a minor injury. So that's the first thing. Putting my hands up like this. When she goes to present the knife, whoa, my hands are already up. I see the knife coming. She's coming to place the knife on my neck. I'm offline, and strikes and stuff are already happening out here. I didn't give her the chance to put it on my neck, because once she's already here, this is the worst case scenario. All she has to do is move that an inch, because she feels like it, and I'm bleeding out because she's cutting some major arteries and veins up here. So that's the first part of the technique, is that just by presenting myself properly and being able to move, I can start getting offline and doing some strikes. So for the sake of technique though, we're going to go to the situation where they have the knife on the neck, because she walked up and was like, put the knife on my neck, and she's making demands. From this point, I really like how they brought it down. They're using their taijutsu of pulling it to the chest and using the chest over the wrist and pulling everything in to drop their body weight down. Now, from this posture, it's going to be a little bit harder to throw any powerful punches. Okay? So from here, I stick with an elbow, and then I'm going to push this underneath with a transition, locking it up. Now, this is my most important part. I got to get the knife before I start hitting her all over the place, because the knife is the most dangerous part. I have her in a locked position. I can throw a knee in real quick and then strip the knife. And I'm going to switch my hands real quick so that I don't accidentally stab her. But I would strip the knife, put it in one hand, slam her against the wall, step behind to make sure she falls, and then get up out of there. So one other key point is to actually look at this technique from a self-defense aspect. When the person comes up and they put a knife to your neck, this is a lethal thing. They were threatening to kill me. And I managed to break it down, get it out the way, strike and stuff, and get them up on the wall. One of the things with the first technique is that it did an elbow to the back of the head while we were up against the wall. So I elbowed them, they're on the back of the head, and I knocked them down, and I kicked the knife up out of the way, and then I did this hammer fist to the head and got up and punched them one more time. But what I gotta point out about is that for self-defense, that's more or less murder. Okay? Reason being is that when we get into this position and I have them with their head against the wall, and I throw in an elbow, that's going to slam their head into the wall. They're going to get impacted from both the front and the rear in a sensitive area. They fell down, and I got the knife away from them. Yeah, I threw that across, and I was able to get away. If I proceed to do anything else after I just slammed their head against the wall, that's me becoming the aggressor, and it's no longer self-defense. So that's the time I showed. Again, I got them. They fell down. I ran away. Another thing is that this knife. Okay, if I got to this position, I knocked her down, and I kicked the knife away, someone else can grab that knife, and now I have to find another armed assailant. However, if they drop the knife, and I just step on the knife, I can punch her hand, make them let go, and then get it myself. I now don't have to worry about an armed assailant anymore. If one of her friends does run up on me, I do have a knife now, and I'm better armed for the environment, and I just run away. Because the longer I stay here, the longer I'm in danger. Okay. And the transition is the most important part for me. There's the variance between what's going on. Because what happens is that from here, of her putting the knife to the neck, and I pulled this down, I'm getting ready to go into the transition. If I just got the knife hand down and I pulled her across like this, and I'm trying to slam her to the wall, this knife has a lot of freedom. It can come back up, it can cut me in the neck. If she slipped when she was going forward, that could happen. Or if she still had the knife after I still did this, it was all clean, it didn't cut me, she hit the wall, and then she started to fall, but the knife is still in her hand, it can cut you while she's falling, and it's a lot of variables in that situation. So I view the most important part of this is the transition of after you get here, getting this left hand to the outside, controlling the knife hand. She can't even cut me right here if she tries. The blade's moving, but it's not enough. And then from this point, I move it down, out of the way, pin it with my arm, throw in a knee, throw in an elbow, whatever you want here. Attack this knife hand, grabbing the back of the blade and pulling it towards you. Trade off one more time. Pull into the wall, step behind, throw. Get out of there. So that's my assessment of the technique. Hopefully it proves to be a little useful for you guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you guys have any questions, drop them down below. どうもありがとうございました。